Hello, Capricorn. Beautiful, grounded Capricorns. This is Robin with Robin's Realm Readings. Excuse me, I've been having trouble this month keeping my throat clear. I don't know if it's a throat chakra thing or not. But anyway, I'm going to keep speaking because that's what I do. And I'm reading for you tonight for the month of April. Yes, April has already started for you pragmatic types. I know you like to get down to the meat and potatoes of things and achieve so much. So I'm here to see what I can do to help you. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your reading. And what I like to do is I like to bring you two major energies from the Good Tarot. And then I'll be doing a reading on your love situation, the Lover's Path Tarot. Then I'll bring you an Archangel Oracle card to cover the whole reading. And let's see what energies you get for April. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. I've already pre-shuffled these. They're kind of they're very thick cardstock, so I find them really challenging to work with. I really like things very fluid myself. Capricorn, you're April feels to me for Capricorn like a time period of rest. I'm uncertain what you have going on, but I'm going to go ahead and pull your cards for you. Your main, excuse me. The main energy that you have is the Seven of Coins. You've built up some things. You really have, you're really very successful, grounded earth. And the Seven of Coins is where you built on something and you've got, you're working on it. And you're going to keep doing this, protecting your income, protecting your assets, protecting yourself. Let's see what your other energy is with this. The Seven of Swords. That's kind of a deceitful energy. Maybe you're hiding something. This is represented by the air, the mental. You're not putting all your cards down on the table or something. But let's see why you got that. 2 sevens. Whoa. That's pretty intense. I'm going to read the Seven of Swords to you so you understand. Excuse me. I don't understand what this throat thing is, but I'm going to hope for the best. It says independence, nonconformity, living life on your own terms without people pleasing. That makes perfect sense. Now's the time for me to live life on my own terms, so I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me to be true to my call, to do what I know I must do for myself. That's incredibly apropos for y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into your Lover's Path reading. I have a unique way of doing it. Golly, I can't seem to get my throat clear. Excuse me. I don't understand. There's some strange moisture in the air too, you know. That does affect your throat space. These have already been shuffled, but I'm kind of giving them a real good once over for you so you get your own beautiful message. You know, no two messages are the same. Honestly, you know, interpreters interpret these cards their own way with their own style, right? We're all very valuable. We all bring something, and if this particular reading doesn't resonate with you, you're always encouraged to kind of, if you're interested in this, to go and listen to readings that have your moon sign, where your moon sign is and where your Venus is. You can look that up. You can go to astrotheme.com, many of those sites, and you can pull up your chart and see where you actually are. Let me do this before I pull your cards. Come on, get fluid with me. Love these cards. They have a nice feel to them. They feel good in my hands. The card stock is perfect. I have no complaints whatsoever on these. I don't make a habit of complaining anyway. I mean, what's the point of that? You can't be fruitful if you're griping. Can't be grateful if you're discontented, but we're not discontented. We're very contented. So I enjoy reading for you Capricorns because when you go to achieve something, you really put your all in it. It's like I'm at, I give it my all. I want to see results for whatever I'm achieving, whatever I do. In the love department, can be very mysterious because I wonder if you don't have the same kind of, expect the same kind of commitment out of someone that you're in love with. Excuse my throat clearing. It's just so annoying. But I need to do it. So forgive me, guys. Okay. All right, here you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 2 cards for your heart space. Whoops. Let's turn these up. And I don't do reversals on these. This is your heart space. This is your soul, the wands. These are your soul cards. This is your mental space, represented by swords. And this is your physical space. Could be your body, it could be where you live, it could be any of that. And then, of course, we're going to pull a major energy for each one of these elements in your being, in existence right now. Let me push these over. Golly. Come on. I've seen readers that have such little space for their cards, and they lay them out so beautifully, and I'm very happy. You know, if my reading doesn't resonate with you, please go read somebody else's. There's so many good readers out there, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be inspired. I've always been, my North Node is in, excuse me, my North Node is one where I have to learn how to speak. I have to continue to speak, so I want to do something instructive for the world. This is my gift to you. If you like my readings, feel free to contact me on robinsrealmreadings, one word, .com. Contact me. Tell me you're interested. Tell me what you'd like to discuss. I can read any layout you want. I can go even to farther in depth on your love reading. It just depends on what you want. Just tell me what you want. If you'd like to make a donation to my channel, of course it'll go in to pay for the channel, and it'll pay for new cards. I have many cards, but I'd like to get more. I think you understand accumulation. You definitely know this probably more than anybody. Accumulation and achievement is how I see for Capricorns. All right, Capricorn, the energy that represents your emotive space is, come on, give it up, this one, wisdom. The energy for your soul space, pull that one, fortune. The energy for your mental space, these are major energies. They are what they are. They're almost like events, you know. Whereas these are the minor arcanas that have like the elements that correspond with the events. So for your mental space, you have Judgment, the Judgment card. And then for your physical space, you are being given, okay, this one, Innocence. I can tell you right here and now that I could pull these cards 15 times in a row for just anybody. And guess what I still get? A unique reading just for you and your energy. And I'm an intuitive empath with many skills. So I'm sitting here going, well, this is what I'm being given. And I have a connection to divine, so I can interpret for you what I get. So I'm going to start with your heart space. You have celebration within your hearts. Deep in your knowing and in your heart, you know that this is what you really want. You want to be able to communicate with others and love everybody. But not everybody is qualified. You hold back on any major commitments. You're holding back. This card represents you too. Holding back and storing some of your love energy for later. But this is where your heart really resides, in having connections with others and having a good time and celebration. The card that represents this for you, golly, excuse me, let me get a breath mint, jeez whiz, is the High Priestess card, wisdom. So you're going to have to understand that this wisdom card represents digging deep, going way into your soul to understand the way that you love people. You really want to have a good time, but you also withhold to some degree until the right one comes, is what I'm getting. This is universal knowledge. This is ancient wisdom. It's always available to you if you want to find out. You can always find out. But this is like instinctive ancient wisdom. For your soul space, you have the Prince of Cups. You have the most generous. You guys are known to be extremely generous, super productive, super kind. You really do have a good heart. You're very kind. But with your heart, you also have, you give so much sometimes, and you work so hard at achieving what it is you're doing and contributing to the world. And you do contribute to the world, believe me. Capricorns are real good at making changes and making adjustments to things. But in order to make those adjustments, you need time out. This is a time out from all the mental stuff. This is a time out from commitments. You take time for yourself to heal, for your beautiful soul to heal, and to replenish your cup. That's what I get. You got the Fortune card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And trust me, the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes you're going to be very busy loving people. And sometimes you're going to be taking a break. And it's in these times when you're feeling very, this is where you're vulnerable and this is where you're sacrificing and giving. It's just, I'll just say it this way. Sorry about swearing, but shit happens. And one day you're going to be very on top of the world. And the next day you're going to be down. It's just like that. It's like that for everyone. But in your case, it happens to refer to your soul, your fire energy, who you really are and what drives you. And so you have this kind heart and you need to take a break. So now you're being instructed in the month of April to just kind of chillax, take a little break because you've been under an awful lot. And for your mind space, you're thinking about all your projects, everything you have to do, everything you've committed to do, everything that, it's a lot. The nine is where you're like plugging along and you have so many projects or you have so much going on, so many commitments. And you know it. So you also got the 9 of, in your mental space, you're very, distraught. Are you distraught, Capricorn? Are you distraught over all this that you have going on? Somehow you seem to be very distraught. Remember, though, that with this 9 of Swords is perception. It really is. You've been sitting on something too long. You've been worrying about something too long. And because of that, you've brought upon yourself judgment. You're judging yourself to be too harsh or too strict or too busy. You're making a preconceived notion that you are too busy. But judgment brings things to light. resurrection, and there's hope for you. Just so that you know, this is something that you personally can do for yourself. Use this divine wisdom of the heart to manifest what you need and to bring about less judgment, less harsh judgment. Use wisdom on yourself as well as others. Be kind to yourself, guys. In your physical space, now that could be your body, it could be your relationships, it could be your home, it could be where you work. It is physical space. You got the King of Wands. High achievers. Passionate too. Once you find something that you really like, you guys, man, you give it your all. This card here, though, this energy is king, so this isn't a schmucky, I'm coming with this little gift for you. This is big time energy in your space. So you're giving it your all. Just remember, though, that this King of Wands, of fire, this guy knows how to delegate some of his work. And he's very loyal to those that he's in love with and that he loves. His family, his wife. He's very much very committed to, passionate about his family and what he has going on. Another card for your heart space. Your soul, physical space. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Is that you're kind of changing direction just a little bit. You've decided that in this contemplation period in your soul, if you're going to move away from distractions, anything that isn't serving you, you're moving away from it. You're taking all these divine gifts of knowledge and going to safety and calmer waters. You like to create a calm environment. You don't need all that hassle. You don't have time for that. You're busy building fortresses and businesses and finances. And so this is just a mental sign in your physical space where you have the good wisdom to know to go to calmer places. Go. And to prove that, you got the Fool card. The 0. You can start all over again. You choose where you're going. You choose how your environment looks, how you feel about others. You choose who's in your space and who's not in your space. This is a choice, a decision. This is a card of choice. Like the Fool could be stupid and have his eyes closed and just fall off the ledge. Be walking along and just boom, fall off somewhere. But he also has the privilege of tuning into the High Priestess, who teaches this one how to use wisdom. Wisdom is a grounding. It's where you take time to think, to create, to manifest for yourself. You go forward with whatever it is that you want to do. And you guys, it's interesting you got to cover your whole energy this month. The High Priestess, very sacred knowledge over your heart space. You got the Wheel of Fortune, fortune over your soul. So no doubt you guys are very, you know how to build your fortune and you know how to deal with this crazy crap when things come around. What goes around comes around. You seem to be very burdened. The 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Your mind is just, I don't know if that's your normal way of being. I wouldn't hope so. And that you tend to be very judgmental on yourself. Probably not a good idea. And in your physical space, you have innocence. So you have an opportunity to continue on building onto your kingdom, building onto what you have going on that's stable for you, makes you feel secure. Don't withhold too much, though. And don't worry so much, you guys. These things happen to all of us at different times. It depends on what you're building on. I'm going to go ahead and read an Archangel Oracle card. I work with the Archangels on a continuous basis because I've learned about the power of their help for us, especially when you're counseling somebody. So I want to call in and ask which Archangel would like to manifest an energy for you, a support for you, somewhere you can focus your attention. There's a lot of very fantastic Capricorns. They just can go to places that most people won't. High. They're known for like climbing higher mountains. By the time you get to the top, most people have given up. You're that strong and that dedicated. And what I love about Capricorns is they're dedicated themselves for the most part first. Yep. You believe that if you want to have a home for someone, you have to build it yourself. You've got to build it. So that I respect you for, and the angels want to give you a message. So let me see what you get. Loosen up these cards. Loosen it up. Okay, where's the card for the Capricorn reading? Who is comforting the Capricorns? You got courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Stand your ground. Who knows that better than you guys? Let me read it. Wow. Of course you're going to need courage. You're going to need courage to change your mindset from being so judgmental on yourself and others. You're going to need courage to utilize this beautiful energy of fire and wisdom. You have wisdom and you have the common sense to know to go to a calmer place and maybe even go to meditation. You've got this opportunity to like start anything you want whenever you want. So you got the courage card, and it tells me moving forward. The message I get for you is moving forward. Here's the message. Archangel Ariel. I'm going to read this to you first so that you understand. Working with Archangel Ariel. Ariel's name means lioness of God. And she reflects these qualities, including bravery, courage, focus, elegant movements. If you notice images of lions and lionesses, this signals that Ariel is with you. Call upon her to boost your confidence and courage. In this situation, you need to act upon your convictions, even if others disagree. I'm protecting you from harm and guiding you to be a loving warrior of light. As you stand up for your beliefs, you're a role model for others. This is an important form of spiritual teaching, in which your example gives others courage to also stand up for their own principles. And that's what I like about you guys. Remember, the Archangel Ariel is here to help you, all right? And that is your reading, beloved Capricorns. Again, like I said, every reader reads differently, and this is my reading for you for April. And I want to tell you how much I love you guys. You're so wonderful. You're such good achievers, and you're a great example for others. But be kind to yourself, okay? There you go. Blessings from Robin's Realm, Capricorns. Like, subscribe, and share, okay? Thank you.